Another difference between the functions and the role and responsibility, to put it in very simple words, effective delivery of functions requires technical skills, and that is why we are going to cover technical skills as part of this session. Whereas effective discharge of role and responsibilities requires good soft skills. तो जो functions हैं उनको deliver करने के लिए technical skills की ज़रूरत है, और जो role and responsibility है उसको effectively deliver करने के लिए soft skills की ज़रूरत है. And that is how we are going to cover both these aspects. Now, to be able to absorb what and connect and correlate the technical skills, the soft skills, it is also very important for all of us to be aware at in this moment when we are having this session as to what kind of situations, what kind of circumstances, what kind of problems, what kind of difficulties, what kind of challenges, what kind of roadblocks, what kind of barriers, what kind of obstacles the insolvency professionals face in their day-to-day functioning. So just to be on the same page, let me share with you as to what are these challenges and the hardships that we as the insolvency professionals face from time to time. Number one is we are, as insolvency professional, we are under pressure of we are under pressure of just give me a second. Right. Okay. So, as insolvency professional, there are many pressures that we have to work under. So, number one is the first is running the company as a going concern, then managing cash flow and arranging interim finance, meeting the timelines as per IBBI regulations, and also reporting to IPA and IBBI. And I'm sure all of us are aware as to what kind of reporting and the timelines that we have to face with regard to reporting regularly. Thereafter, another pressure that we face is ensuring compliance with long pending legal matters for which adequate information may not be available. So, number one, these legal matters pertaining to past so many years, and number two, since the company has gone for the insolvency resolution, and therefore not much information will be available because not many people also will be available. So that is another pressure that we face. Number four, lack of cooperation from all stakeholders and sometimes including from COC. Unfortunately, incidentally, friends, when the IVC was brought out, what was the general impression in the minds of everyone? That the insolvency professional is going to be the de facto chief executive officer, and he would be driving the operations of the corporate debtor. But unfortunately, in reality, what has turned out that he is de facto CEO only for namesake. Ultimately, the shots are being called more often than not by the COC, and therefore, the insolvency professional many times finds himself in a very difficult situation. So, lack of cooperation another is a pressure which insolvency professional always have. Claims invitation and scrutiny. Claims already on record should be considered in any case. Now, this is my understanding, this is my view. Something which is already there on record, and that record is available with you. In my view, in my understanding, that claim should be taken in any case. Looking into pressure of looking into PUFE, the pressure of different government departments for recovery of their dues, pressure of compilation of information memorandum and inviting resolution proposals, pressure of litigations initiated by other stakeholders. So we have seen as to what kind of litigations keep happening from all sides with regard to the corporate data, and where the insolvency professional is always in the heart of it. Facing judges in NCLT and NCLET, SC or Supreme Court who are also human beings. So please remember, all these judges who are sitting in these courts are also human beings. So when I say they are human beings, meaning what? Meaning they are not sant, they are not sages. So it's not that you make a presentation before them, or you make an application before them, or you make a petition before them. They would automatically gather the crux of it. Unfortunately or incidentally, it does not happen. It does not happen because they're also human beings. They are also bound to have biases and prejudices. And remember, those biases and those prejudices, which unfortunately, intentionally or unintentionally, if are happening, they also put huge pressure on the insolvency resolution professionals. Likely machinations of suspended board owners and management may not receive the required cooperation from the CD and its executives. So may not, in I would say more often than not, you would not receive the requisite cooperation, at least in the beginning. After that, if you are able to build bridges with them, after initial period, if you are able to connect with them, if you are able to build confidence in them, then of course you start getting all the support and cooperation. But initially, there is always an inhibition or hesitation on the part of the corporate debtor and its employees. So you don't get that cooperation. IP, in my view, is CEO only for namesake, with not much authority but unlimited obligations and the responsibilities, and that is another area of pressure that the IPs face. All the above combined together with the IPs put IPs under tremendous pressure. तो ये जो सारा है, ये सब की वजह से क्या होता है, ये सब की वजह से इंसॉल्वेंसी प्रोफेशनल्स के ऊपर बहुत प्रेशर आता है. And remember, unfortunately or incidentally, and I'm sure all of you would aware that as a result of all these challenges that I have discussed with you, many of the IPs who entered the profession have gone back, and remember, they definitely would have been able to add tremendous value, but because of the circumstances that we are in, ultimately the motivation goes down and people tend to withdraw themselves. But what we need to do, instead of withdrawing, we need to find a solution as to what can be done, and that is what we are now focusing on. All this gets multiplied in case having multiple assignments. So अगर कोई इंसॉल्वेंसी प्रोफेशनल के पास में एक से ज़्यादा असाइनमेंट हैं और ये सारे चैलेंजेस हैं, तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि उसकी जो पोजीशन है वो और भी ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाती है. So finally, friends, to manage the above, what we do, we require sound technical skills and sound soft skills. Now, before we go to the next topic of discussing the sound technical skills required for the job of an IP, again, I am keeping it open for all of you for next 30 seconds. In case if you have any question or if you have any doubt, you can please, or you want to add something, please go ahead and unmute yourself and you can speak up.